Welcome to episode 2 of the Sealed Only Challenge. Uh, Thank you guys for tuning in with me. Still, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing and editing and recording, so do expect for slight changes in audio or in video, different editing styles. I'm really just testing everything out, trying to see what I like. So do leave, what you guys want to see in the comments below for this series. If you guys would prefer more of a face cam, if you guys like the way that the camera is set up, if you would prefer more of a low shot, let me know. Let me see what you guys really want this series to be, because it's not about just me. I do plan on involving an audience soon. Of course, I have to get an audience, but with the way that the first video kind of went, I really feel good about it, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching it. So let's get into our opening, where we will get to open up some products. I was driving around trying to search every single store that I could find for it, and luckily I found some. So we will be opening some Genesis Impact. So I spent $36 out of our weekly $40 budget, plus the $2 that we won last week. So we will have some money rolling over. But nonetheless, I say we just get into it and try to find some shiny cardboard that we need. So some of the cards that we are looking for from this are Magistus and the Nightmares. So our first card is Perform Mage Hat Tricker, Invoked Cocytus, Drytron Meteor Shower, Drytron Zeta, Born from Draconis, Ben 10, and Zora. Oh my god! Demo! I'm so sorry, Demo. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's a really, really good card because we'll be able to go into Borreload, Savage if we ever do pull it, or just more tuning abilities because he is a level 4 tuner. So that's a really, really awesome pull. Man, that's starting off this strong. Nightmare Phoenix, we love to see it. Beta, Magistus, the Quick Play Spell, Asterism, Star Drawing, and Kiss a Kill. So funny enough, when I first got this set, because I got it for Christmas from two of my best friends, they bought me 2 boxes, and I pulled almost every single card except I didn't pull a single collector's rare. But I didn't pull Kiss a Kill, and I didn't pull Drytron, their Quick Play spell. I didn't pull the Ritual spell, and I didn't pull the Alistair Invoker of Madness link. So that's cool that I actually got to pull it. I ended up buying one for my deck, so because I really do like the way that the Evil and Live Twins play out. Trismegistus, that's a really good spell that we do need. Mainly we are looking for a Crowley and a Endymion. I prefer a playset, but starting off the bat with a Zora, that's really, really sweet. Engraver, another Nightmare Phoenix, I'll just set it off in the pile. Beta, same quick play spells, Star Drawing, and Ram. Don't know if I'll be going into a Ram. It'll be pretty easy to. I'll still put it in the maybe pile. In my opinion, Ram is really not the best one. Obviously, the best one is Artemis, followed up by probably AWAS, but I don't know. We can see what we can do. Hat Tricker again. Challenge and Present. Damage Juggler. World Lance. Delta and Live Twins Kiss a Kill. Hopefully we don't end up pulling too many live twin cards because I already play that deck and I really don't want to play it for the sealed only. Drytron Asterism, Logistis Theurgy, that's a playset of that if we do wish to use it. Silent Regression, Gamma and Zeta, Engraver of the Mark, and Secret Password. Looks like we're going to be playing Live Twins. I really don't want to. Let's see, let's go into Meteor Shower, Vitra, Cockatoo, Better Rastabon, Star Drawing, Unicorn, and Cyber Emergency. Really wish that we could use Cyber Emergency. We're not playing Drytrons, and we're not playing Cyber Dragons, so Cyber Emergency. I don't know about that one. Ben 10, get banned, please. Extra Foolish, Endymion. So our spell, or it looked like a spell card. So Born from Draconis, Gadget, Present, and Melatonis Drytron. So at least we'll have a couple cards that we can possibly sell. So that's pretty sweet. This has been an actual like bonkers opening. Because I'm pretty sure that card is still over $10. I'll have to check. Ben 10, Extra Foolish, another Endymion, Born from Draconis, Cyber Skagit, Drytron Eclipse, and Beat Cop. I don't know if I'll be using Beat Cop. Mainly just because we're not using, any dark monsters. So, the only dark monster we would use would be Crowley, but I plan on using his effect to change his attribute. Star Drawing, Meteor Shower, the Big Rock invoked one, Ultimateness, Beta, Book of the Law, and oh my god. Oh my god, Drytron Nova? I was just talking about how I didn't pull this card when I first got the set. Wow. Wow. I don't know if I can bring myself to... Let me know if I should sell it, because, like, I actually have a Drytron deck. Man, oh man. Hat Tricker. We might need to use some of the Perform Mages, actually. I'll see what I can do with that. Cockatoo, Meteor Shower, Zeta, Born from Draconis, Ben 10, and Crowley. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Not now. It's going to be good. But if we can keep building on it, it's going to be sick. It's going to be so sick. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's go. Oh, man. So, Meteor Shower, Vitra, Cockatoo, Beta, Star Drawing, another Nightmare Unicorn, and Alpha Thubin. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So we pulled a Crowley. So that's actually really, really sick. Man. Man, that's really sick. That was kind of stacked, honestly. Wow. I was not expecting to, number one, pull a Drytron Nova. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting to pull a Zora, a Crowley, and 2 Endymions. This has been a stacked opening. Wow. Alright, so let's use some of the cards that we got. Slap them into the deck. Move some cards around, see what we can come up with. Alrighty, on to the deck changes. obviously we're adding the cards that we pulled. Sorry if the audio or the camera is different. I have to re-record this part while I'm re-editing my video, so that's always great. Love losing footage. So probably the best pull is Zora. Well, either that or like the Drytron Nova is probably the best pull, but we can't use that card. So in my opinion, Zora is the best one. Endymion, and then the Crowley, the Trismegistus, the Theurgy, and then the Vitra. And then we're also adding in Vram into the extra deck, just as a way to either synchro and then hopefully pop him to destroy my entire, my opponent's board, or he's just a good Endymion target in order to draw one and then put a card in your hand on the bottom of the deck. So overall, that's pretty useful, I would say. Using what we got. And then the cards that we took out, Warlock, I may or may not still throw it into the side deck. I'm not sure yet. Just because we do need a level 3 Ice Barrier for Frost Spirit. Just because sometimes going up, from level 1 to level 2 isn't enough. Sometimes you need a level 3. So that might be of use. So I just have to test around, see, what paths and lines of play that we can go into. The playset of Prior. Prior is okay as a free special summon, but I don't use his tribute effect. So there's really nothing of use, in my opinion. And then the 2 Spellbreakers. I am keeping the 1, just because I do like the idea of having my opponent have to set. Granted, it's both players, but anything to get an edge when you're playing Ice Barriers. So let's go on ahead, get into EDO Pro, and play some games and hopefully win a couple. So the games overall this time are pretty fun. Played up against the Cubic matchup. Going first, I do Revealer for Hexa Spirit, and then getting a Brio and setting a Crackdown. He goes into Summoner Monk, dumps a Karma, brings out another Summoner Monk, dumps a Dharma, and then gets a Duza, and then goes into Tornado Dragon, and then pops my set Crackdown. Banishes Karma to get a Crimson Lord, swings in with Crimson Lord, gets to attack again, and then hits me for 2100, and then burns me for 3k. And we lose game 1. Game 2 was a lot more grindy, so sit back and relax for this one. Duza, and set 2. So knowing that Cubics have a high OTK potential and a ridiculous grind game potential, I knew I had to do what I had to do and make sure that I can't put their cards in the graveyard but return them to their hand. That was kind of my strategy going into game 2. And it's essentially just the same thing over and over again. Gets protection by banishing the trap and sets 3. So knowing that he has trap cards that do things in the graveyard, it's kind of risky for me to try to pop him. He activates there can only be 1 here, and I feel like this was a smart play by me by cracking down his Duza. That way I can synchro summon into Sub-Zero Dragon for the first time this series. Let's go. And then I swing in for 27. He activates Karma to get a Seed. And Siege is probably the one that I did not want to see, because that means my monsters cannot attack. So I top deck a Miracle and get Spellbreaker, and then I can bring out Zujin. And then not realizing the effect is when it's battled, not when it engages in battle. Whenever it gets attacked, or if it attacks, it can activate its effect to put a counter. So knowing that, I go into Unicorn to throw it back into the deck, and then swing in for another 22. And he sets one. And this is kind of where I mess up, because I go Zora to equip Ram, and then I bring out Phoenix, and then pretty much this happens, and 3 seeds are now on the board. So I can't attack them, and I have to pretty much try to find out a way to board wipe 3 things that can't be battled. He gets to bring out Crimson Lord again, and then tries to double it. I steal it. That way he can't try to OTK me with his burn and get a draw. So let's see, so I banish Winds to bring back Revealer to my hand, and then I just normal Endymion. He Foolish Burials again. And then, yeah, I go Zora and Revealer for Unicorn to then only pop 1. But then I set down another Crackdown. He then MSTs my already active Crackdown, and then I just steal it again, because I do not want that monster in the graveyard, in the deck, or on the field, on his side of the field. I misclick here. I meant to actually summon Revealer, not set, so I kind of pay the price for that. He then banishes, and then able to put 2 counters on my Unicorns so they can't attack. Goes to Duza, and then Doom, and then Doom burns me for 800. He then swings, and there goes Spirit for Speaker, and then I dump a Zujin, go into Brio, put those cards back in his hand, and then he brings out Behemoth, and I don't want to attack into that. So I just pass turn, he activates Dharma again. Goes into the Duza, and then synchros to Tornado to then pop my Crackdown, and then pretty much this is where it's kind of over. Is he swings in, end phase, 3k, 3k, it's a draw. So, really long grind game, still fun. Game 3 against this, he starts off with a Duza, dumps a Karma, banishes Karma to get a Crimson Lord. Pretty much the same thing that we've been seeing. And he sets 1, and then we both burn. So I top deck a Zora, so I go Zora to Vram, and then I special summon Speaker, and then set a Crackdown. And he doubles his attack, tries to swing into it, and I don't want that on the board because it can attack twice. So I just Crackdown it, and then the Duza gets destroyed by Vram's effect, but then he just gets to special summon it back anyways. So I get to go into Trishula, and I banish the 1 card in his hand and Duza, and I banish my Speaker for a token, just as a body on board in case he brings out another Crimson Lord. And he places counters on my cards so I can't attack. So I go Phoenix, get rid of that, and then I can swing in for game. So that was match 1, and now game 2 is just a 1-of against Infinitrack. This guy was actually really, really cool. I got to pick his brain about a couple things. So I pretty much end up doing just the exact same combo you'll probably see this entire series, but I go into Doloran. I meant to go into Brio and I accidentally misclicked, so that was my bad. But he then goes in Urgent Schedule and gets out Drill and Dozer just to overlay into the river, whatever that card is. I never played the Infinitrack matchup, so I had no idea what I was playing up against. I only know Make Clops because I play Gimmick Puppets. So I go Revealer. He then gammas my Zujin in the graveyard. So then I just set 1 and pass turn. I'm not attacking into that. And then he draws past his turn. So then I normal Hexa Spirit and get a Brio and attack for 23. And then he draws again And as you can see here, like, he doesn't set anything, so. But I go Dance Princess, bring back Zujin, attack, and we can't finish him off just yet. And he then scoops. So this last game, I eventually found out it was F-Zero Turbo. He sets 2 and then passes. So I activate Medallion in order to get Revealer. I then activate Crowley's by pitching Speaker, normal summon, Revealer, and then I get Impermed for the first time this series. So then I just swing in with both monsters, set 1, and then pass. He sets another and then passes, and I don't know why he didn't play, I believe that's Double Fin Shark, but nonetheless, I activate and then banish Speaker in order to get Trishula Sub-Zero for the second time, so we did it 2 times this video, and then I bring out Spellbreaker, and then the ever so loving curse of less than 1,000 life points left by my opponent, but he scoops for our final game today. Okay, so all in all, I feel like our games this week went by really well, especially playing up against Cubics. The Cubic matchup is always an interesting one because either you lose or you get, go into a draw like we did. But nonetheless, always interesting, and I felt really happy with how the Magistus cards, the 7 that we put in the deck, really performed. 7 or 8 that we put into the deck really performed. I underestimated Vram. I forgot how actually good he is. So my apologies to that card. But nonetheless, I do apologize for the late upload. I'm still figuring out the whole scheduling thing and the right days to upload and when to upload. It's still going to be within a weekly time frame. I'm just not too sure if I'm going to be doing it the same day or the day after. Really, you guys let me know. Y'all are going to be hearing this all the time throughout the series of, hey, when should I do this? What should I do here? Because I said it earlier in the video, it's not just about me. It's more than that. So I also do want to kind of give a quick little bit and say thank you to some other fellow Yu-Gi tubers, and it's crazy that I don't consider myself a Yu-Gi tuber. I'm not big enough yet. Some of these guys have thousands of subscribers, but just the fact that they kind of have helped me, put me under under their wing, and I can go to them to ask her questions. That's really, really dope. Just the fact that I'm already getting included in some stuff is really, really cool. I'm not allowed to disclose anything yet, but I find it really interesting. So, nonetheless, I seriously do hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just a small, quick little, segment towards the end, just to kind of talk about things. And with all that, seriously, thank you guys for watching. And I shall see you guys again, maybe in a week. Who knows? Nonetheless, peace.